Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Melanie Dawn, and this is The Dawning Soul. I'm doing a different reading today. I wanted to do an elemental reading. Mostly, I have my notes here. Fire creating that desire. Water gives meaning, air gives it form, earth gives it reality. And here I'm talking about like the elemental path of your emotional maturity, or the way you walk through your journey. Fire is the spark, water is how you feel about it, what wants to come through, what is calling you, how you are feeling about it, what emotions arise about that desire, what wounds are being activated, if any, the story you're telling yourself, air. How are you, what's supporting or blocking these thoughts or this spark from coming into your life? And what needs examined, if anything, about how your thought process is happening towards this idea. And your manifestation, what are you building? What steps are you taking or not taking? What must you embody? So these are the thoughts behind this process. I also am going to look at your power. What is the power behind you? What are your gifts? And what the universe has to say. So let's go. Let's get into this. And we're going to start with the spark. What thought is coming forward? Is it a dream or a desire? Is it something you want to do, or is this something that won't let go and it keeps coming up? What is this spark? What is this fire, this passion about? The heart of the matter. What is this spark? Okay. So what we have here is the merchant, self-worth, the botanist, legacy, the walker. The walker is basically the unknown. So this coming forth, the thoughts that I'm having over this, this is the balance of who you are and what you know and what you have in your life, your family, your home, your work, your friends, your money, your status in life. Everything that you hold is in balance. This is the way you measure your life, where you are, the journey that you're on. We all do this. This is all done subconsciously. This is this feeling and this perception that you have of yourself and where you are on your journey and what you've accomplished or not accomplished. And you're measuring that. You're considering that. And the legacy that brings. Am I doing what I wanted to set out to do? Am I where I wanted to be? Is this path mine? Is this journey mine? And you are measuring all of this right now in like a self-observation. And I'm not saying this this isn't this isn't necessarily a bad or a good thing. These ideas, these concepts, these are all something that you feel very strongly about. This is your spark. This is what calls you into your life. How you feel about your life is a large portion of who you are. But you seem to be very caught up in this. Am I in the right place? Am I leaving the right legacy? Has it been worthwhile? Where am I going from here? Have I done these things? And ultimately, I do want to add, ultimately, we are always on the path we are meant to be on. And owning your desires, owning your intentions, owning what you want to be fulfilled with, that is not something you necessarily should measure, but you should own it. You should understand it. You should be confident in that. Your self-worth matters. It's an integral part of who you are. And the legacy that you want to leave behind through family or through work or through your children, that is an integral part of who you are. It matters. And knowing the journey that you're on and owning that matters to you. How do you feel about this? Let's not just draw a card. I'm sorry. I wanted to do this reading. I felt it was something that would resonate, and I am excited about it. So let's see. What do we feel about this? How are we feeling? What are these emotions? New directions. Queen Bee. Change of seasons. Very beautiful cards. And I think this corresponds with this unknown aspect to your heart-centered questions. The change of seasons. Things change. We all know this. Things move in new directions. Quite honestly, I didn't think change was so intensely committed. I'm going to say it that way. Change happens for a reason. Things in your life, if change is happening and there's moments where you're unknown, you're not sure, and you're doubting or questioning, then the change is there to make you see what isn't working, to make you see what needs to change. The Queen Bee, you have it all right. You have it right where you need to be with yourself, your feelings. You trust your intuition. You are solid in who you are and where you're going and the legacy that you do leave. And new directions and a change of seasons, those things happen. The journey will change. The path will alter in unexpected ways. It doesn't mean the one idea was any less than what you're experiencing now. It just means it's different. I will share here. I was married for 35 years. I thought I was always going to be in that relationship with my husband, father of our children, looking forward to aging together and experiencing life the whole way together. I never once doubted that story. And then it fell apart so spectacularly that it is hard to understand that now I am alone. I have my children and grandchildren, so I'm not alone, but he is no longer with me on this path. He has moved on, passed over. He is not here anymore. And I never, ever, ever in a million years thought that our life would fall apart and he would be gone. It didn't occur to me that that would happen. It does not mean that where you are in your life is not valid, is not worthy. It is worthy, it is valid, it is your legacy to keep moving forward, to keep loving, to keep building, to keep your community and your family, and to survive and to live and to thrive. You can do those things. You can be confident in who you are and understand your worth. And your life doesn't mean that it, just because it's different, doesn't mean it's not still valuable. I just had to say that, because that does bring up a lot of emotions. You can move through this world carrying layers of grief and layers of love, layers of triumph and success, and layers of failure. All of those experiences together make us who we are, and the journey that we have rich and fulfilling. The next question, what is the story you're telling yourself? What is the story surrounding this? Sparks of light. Let's look at this. I'm going to get the book out for this. Sparks of Light. XLVI. Here we go. Scintillate. I'm not sure I said that right. Sparks of light. Hope, sensation, exhilaration. This card arrives just in the nick of time, leaving a trail of celestial light to guide the way. Follow these flickers as if they are alchemical clues guiding you to an illuminated state. When this card appears, it's likely there has been a lull or void of direction. Some may even say the lights have been turned off. But in the deep void of darkness, a messenger of hope arrives, flickering and shimmering with enthusiasm. You might feel the scintillate as a childlike giddiness, the presence of magic, a vision in a dream, or a simple readiness to wake up from a long slumber. Follow the physical body, follow the tingling sensations of aliveness within, and you will not be led astray. Vitality, clarity, and inspiration are within your reach. You are alive. You are a vital being. Appreciate this moment. One spark leads to the next. And so, yes, you seem to, this card is indicating that you have your head in the right place. And you know and you understand that something within you leads the way, that spark, that light. I love that the air and the fire are pointing at each other. That the spark is pointing to your fire and your heart and your love, your ability to see the beauty of who you are and the legacy that you have created with your journey. Even as it changes, even as the direction shifts, you are still queen, priestess, empress, and going in the direction that you know you're meant to be in. And what are we manifesting out of this? What are you building? What comes next? Because that's what you're asking. What comes next? And we can't always know the answer to that. We can only look within, see our spark, our desire, and that these are pointing at each other, and trusting that journey. We have vulnerability, support, and healing. And opening yourself up, being vulnerable with people, opening yourself up to your story, to who you are, healing. Because when you're doing that, you're healing other people, you're supporting other people, you're helping other people, you're helping yourself. It's naturally filling all the way in those points. What you do to yourself, you do to the universe. What you do to the universe and yourself, you do to others. So healing yourself, supporting yourself, being vulnerable with yourself, all these, I have to cover her up a little bit, she's a little bit naked. All of these cards are manifesting that same light, that same worthiness, that same value and legacy of hope, of love, of light, of intention. Okay, I'm gonna say, what is your superpower? What is your power? What is your power? Got a card already. It looks like that's the one. Roots. Come here, kitty. What's wrong? What's wrong? Come on. It's okay. Sorry, everyone. It's okay. It's okay. Roots. Your power is your roots. You've dug that legacy in and nourished it and loved it and reciprocate. You support it. Grounded, manifesting, loving. And you're willing to move in new directions because you are rooted. You are supported. You give. You are the spark in your life, and you are supporting that. This is, what are the gifts? Let's see. I really only wanted one. Alignment feels like peace. If it's heavy, it's not the way. And you know this, the journey, you know which way to go. You know which new direction to go to. You know when the winds of change come sweeping through your life, it's meant for a reason. Let go of needing to know mystery. It's part of the magic. It's part of trusting your journey. And if you're unsure, ask. If you're open, the universe will answer. And honestly, the spark, the universe is telling you, the spark that you have, the fire, the magic, your power, your intellect, your love, your joy, your foundation, you are building the right path. You are in the right direction. It was a course correction, not a detour. Embrace the unknown. More things are coming that are good and sweet and perhaps sour, but you need both. Let's see. Card from, one more card, just one more. What is the outcome? What can you know about this? Guidance. Devil energy. You've released. You've absolutely released. You've released this. That is not an energy that is carrying you forward. You've released anything that has obstructed your growth. You have released anything that has impeded your healing. You are supported. You are open. You are the light. You are rooted. You are building that legacy. You understand your worth, and you don't trade that. You don't trade that for negative attention or negative thoughts. You've released that. Alignment feels like peace. And if it's heavy, you've let it go. All right, here we go. The last thought for this reading. Okay. Around the bend in the unseen, arising from the very uncertainties that may now seem to taunt you, there are some amazing surprises, awesome twists, and spellbinding coincidences about to emerge that you can't even now imagine. And this is like laughter here, moo ha 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 ha. The universe. For us here, because of you, watching is so much fun. Someone, please pass the Twizzlers. A little bit of irony, a little bit of joking. But yes, you're in this beautiful place, this brilliant light, rooted, moving in new directions, moving where maybe you don't know what the ending will be. And that is okay, because along the way, you are healing, supporting, and being vulnerable with yourself, with your loved ones, with your community, with the universe. And that is a beautiful thing. That is the legacy of understanding your heart, being intentional, listening to yourself, letting go of fear and obstacles and things that are heavy that no longer serve you, being rooted in the truth of who you are, because you are the light. And more is coming. More is coming for you. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Melanie Dawn with A Dawning Soul, and I will see you next time.
If this resonated with you, I invite you to carry it forward, subscribe, share, or simply breathe it in.